Welcome, foolish mortals, to another episode of the HitchHiking Host Show. I am your host, your ghost host, West Truth, and I am back this week with another episode where we're going to talk about what's been going down in the Disney parks lately. We got a lot to talk about because I haven't done a show in a little bit, but we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with another episode, and let's talk about what's going down on both coasts. I'm going to save a little bit for next week, so we'll get into that a little more next week with Disneyland. We got a little bit to talk about with Disneyland, though, and also, of course, what's going down at Walt Disney World. So, without any further ado, let's get to the trending topics. With the addition of Star Wars: Galaxy's Edge, Disneyland is making some big changes to prepare for the crowds that will show up to experience the new land in 2019 and beyond. And of course, one of the big ways Disneyland is preparing for a massive influx of guests is by building a brand new hotel. Imagined as a 4-diamond luxury hotel, this is as yet to be named property will be built in the heart of the downtown Disney district. Now guys, listen, this is the bad part, okay? On land currently occupied by the Rainforest Cafe, ESPN Zone, the Earl of Sandwich, and AMC Theaters. No! My favorite things in the downtown Disney district. The 700-room luxury resort will have shops and restaurants at street level, a platform for the Disneyland monorail, and an upper-level upscale restaurant with a view of nightly fireworks. The shops will open to a lushly landscaped plaza filled with water features. Hotel construction is not set to start until next summer, and work won't be completed until 2021, according to an official estimate from Disney. Now, there is some good news for those of you who love the Rainforest Cafe and the AMC Theater and all that. Word is that some of those restaurants and things that are going to be taken out, like the Starbucks also is going to be effective, will in fact be inside the hotel. So let's hope the things we really like make it inside the hotel. Yeah, let's just hope. Man... That used to be my Disneyland tradition. I used to after coming in from my long flight, I'd buy my Disneyland ticket, and then I'd go to Earl of Sandwich to get a sandwich and check out downtown Disney, and then wake up the next morning and go to Disneyland. But, I guess hopefully the tradition can continue later on when the Earl of Sandwich will be open inside of the new hotel. But that is great news. Big news that... this new hotel will be coming to Disneyland for those of you interested in staying in it. And of course, that will be their 4th on-property hotel. And of course, also in Disneyland, Disney announced it would be hosting a Pixar-themed limited-time event at the Disneyland Resort earlier this year. And now they've shared some additional details about what we can expect for the first ever Pixar Fest at the resort. Beginning April 13th, 2018, the limited-time celebration of all things Pixar will feature the debut of an all-new fireworks spectacular and the return of 2 fan-favorite parades. Together Forever, a Pixar nighttime spectacular. Okay. Well, the new fireworks show will be performed nightly at Disneyland Park beginning April 13th. In addition to dazzling pyrotechnics and memorable music, the show will also include projections on iconic park locations, including Sleeping Beauty Castle, the water screens of Rivers of America, the facade of It's a Small World, and buildings on Main Street, USA. This nighttime spectacular will even feature a special flyover by Buzz Lightyear at Sleeping Beauty Castle. Oh, that's pretty cool. You know how we see Tinkerbell fly over and even Dumbo at some points at the Disneyland fireworks. We're going to get Buzz Lightyear flying to infinity and beyond. The Paint the Night Parade. After a rather lengthy hiatus, the parade will be coming to Disney California Adventure Park as part of the fest and will be performed nightly from April 13th onwards. Awesome! I still haven't been able to see that. Hopefully I'll get to see that one day. And of course, the Pixar Play Parade will be making its way through Disneyland Park for the first time during this limited time event, as well as with new parade elements, including characters from Up and Inside Out. That's right, grab your tissues. And the Pixar Shorts Film Festival will be a collection of Pixar short films. Will be rotating favorites such as The Birds and For the Birds, sorry, not Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, and Lava at the Sunset Showcase Theater in Hollywoodland in Disney California Adventure Park throughout most of the Pixar Fest. So definitely some exciting stuff going on there. And of course, there's even more going on with the addition of Pixar Pier, which we will talk about in next week's episode. Now, we're going to fly over. We're going to jump coasts here. We're going to go over to Walt Disney World because though it was canceled in Disneyland, the Jingle Cruise, the Christmas overlay of the Jungle Cruise attraction, which first debuted in 2013, has returned to the Magic Kingdom once again, beginning on November 2nd, with new props, gags, and jokes that will be sure to delight fans of the seasonal attraction. In addition to the changes of the ride itself, the queue and boathouse area of the attraction are now all decked out with some rustic-looking decorations, and the usual radio loop has been replaced with a more holiday-themed audio broadcast as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know I love my Jungle Cruise. I went on the Jingle Cruise the last trip I went to Walt Disney World, and I thought, well, it was okay. I was really excited to check it out. I'd go on it again, sure. But, I guess it depends on the skipper. It really does. It was all right for me. But maybe with a better skipper, I would have enjoyed it more. Whatever. But in any case, the Jingle Cruise is up and running. And speaking of some of our favorite Magic Kingdom rides, here's certainly one of my favorites. Though Splash Mountain is currently closed for an extensive fall refurbishment, it looks like the project may be behind schedule, as a reported second refurbishment will now take place from January 8th through February 1st, 2018. Guests who want to experience the attraction will need to do so between November 17th and January 7th, when the attraction will be open for the holiday period. Let's hope they're not thinking of redoing a whole lot with Splash Mountain. I love my Splash Mountain. I love it just the way it is, thank you. I don't need them to... There was rumors that with these big refurbishments coming, that maybe they were going to change the storyline and change the characters. Thank God that doesn't seem to be the case. Let's just hope all of us Splash Mountain fans get a very nice looking refurbishment after all this is done, and not, humongous changes to our ride. Anyway, so just know if you're heading down to Walt Disney World, hit the ride between November 17th and January 7th while you still can before it goes down for another month for another refurbishment. And now we're going to park hop over to Epcot, because though Innoventions East has mostly been empty since the closure of the Sum of All Thrills, it looks like Disney is not ready to totally give up on the space yet, and they have announced that a new show will be debuting inside the facility soon. SpectacuLAB, presented by Murata, will feature demonstrations that bring to life the wonders of science and innovation, presented by a group of real scientists, along with a few eager tech-savvy interns, for a series of engaging experiments demonstrating basic principles of science. She blinded me with science. Okay. The show will rely on audience participation, with guests able to participate in experiments that put scientific principles like ultrasonic pressure, barometric pressure, acceleration, and force to the test. Through this new show, it doesn't have an opening date yet, but Disney has said that they expect the SpectacuLAB to debut in the very near future. And of course, this could have already debuted by the time you watch the show. That's how Disney works, guys. They'll be like, oh, it's going to open sometime in the near future, and then the next day, oh, it's open. Okay, so look out if you're interested in checking out any of that kind of stuff with science at the SpectacuLAB. Definitely keep a lookout for it. Maybe I'll review it in the very near future myself and let you know what I thought of it. And of course, also at Epcot, earlier this year, it was announced that Epcot would be bringing back the Festival of the Arts in 2018, and it's also expanding the previous weekend's only event to be a daily affair with activities happening every day from January 12th through February 19th. And though that might sound a bit far off, Disney, of course, is getting ready for the returning event by opening reservations for one of the festival's most popular offerings, the Disney on Broadway Concert Series Dining Package. As with last year, Disney will be featuring performances from Broadway talent. I didn't get the phone call yet, sorry. Performing Disney classics at the American Garden Theater at 5:30 p.m., 6:45 p.m., and 8 o'clock p.m. on Friday through Monday evenings throughout the festival. Though the performers for the 2018 concert series have not yet been announced, guests can now book Disney on Broadway Concert Series dining packages, which include guaranteed seating for an event evening show on the same date. Breakfast starts at $43 for adults or $27 per child, and lunch packages start at $43 for adults, $21 per child, and finally dinner packages start at $51 for adults or $21 per child. So yeah, you can book a dining package even though you don't know who you're going to be seeing sing. Whatever. But just know if you're interested in those dining packages for a certain weekend that you're going to be there or whatevs, check them out. And finally, Disney Pixar's newest film, Coco, will be making its debut in theaters in just a few short weeks on November 22nd. And to celebrate, Disney Springs is hosting a special family-friendly fiesta that had kicked off this past weekend on October 27th and will happen every day through November 26th. Guests who visit the west side of Disney Springs will get to experience the vibrant world of Coco. And no, not just Hershey's Cocoa or anything like that, through themed food, music, and decor daily from 6 to 10 p.m. In addition, guests who visit the Exposition Park area of the shopping district will host face painting and activities for kids on the weekends, Friday through Sunday. Disney Springs Street Taco food truck will also be serving vanilla flan for a limited time, along with their signature taco offerings. So if you got a little craving for Coco, what is that, craving for Cocoa Puffs? Or, what is that? I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. If you found yourself cuckoo for Coco, then definitely check out what they've got over at Disney Springs. All right, well, that's the show. Of course, I will be back soon with another Hitchhiking Host Show, as well as another Hitchhiking Host Show 101, where we'll talk about the history of a certain Disney attraction. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/HitchHostShow. Like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/HitchHostShow. Follow on the Twitter at HitchHostShow. And if you want to listen to the show, or you are listening to the show, do so over on Podbean, HitchHostShow.podbean.com, or search under West Troop or the Hitchhiking Host Show on iTunes or Stitcher. Until next time, don't forget to
hurry back
for the next episode. See ya.